Welcome to Two Doctors Homestead. My name's Daniel, and this is a weekday edition of Two Doctors Prepping. This isn't my normal video format, and I didn't really want to wait till the weekend to produce this video, as it says in the tagline. War in 6 days. So let me break this down. Wanted to show you what I found and let you come to your own conclusions. So I pulled together articles from a lot of different news sources. I know a lot of people say CNN is fake news, and I have friends that say Fox is fake news. So this is a variety of news sources, and I want to put together a timeline of what I'm seeing and let you come to your own conclusions. But let's walk through it. I'll try to go through it pretty quickly. I have a lot of news articles here, and we're going to jump back first to 2009, President Bush. So in 2009, November 1st, President Bush said we will not allow nuclear weapons in Iran. So we'll jump forward. November 2nd, 2009, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton says Middle East may start arms race if Iran gets nukes. Right? A nuclear-armed Iran with a deliverable weapon system is going to spark an arms race in the Middle East and the greater region. That's not going to be the interest of Iranian society, and we believe we have a very strong case to make for that. So this was 2009. Said the president made it clear that he is committed to preventing Iran from attaining nuclear weapons with all the consequences that would entail. Right? So jumping forward to 2012, Secretary Clinton issues a warning to Iran in Israel. U.S. will use its power to keep Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons. Secretary of State Hillary Rodham Clinton declared Monday after meeting top Israeli officials where they discussed the issue. It says Iran is under greater pressure now than ever before. We will use all elements of American power to prevent Iran from attaining a nuclear weapon. And this was 2012. Jumping forward again. 2015, back with Hillary Clinton here. The United States will never allow Iran to acquire a nuclear weapon. She didn't win the presidency, but she said, I will take whatever actions are necessary to protect the United States and our allies. I will not hesitate to take military action if Iran attempts to obtain a nuclear weapon. Jump forward, September 25th, 2012, Obama at UN vows U.S. won't let Iran gain nuclear weapons. Make no mistake, Obama said, a nuclear-armed Iran is not a challenge that can be contained. The United States will do what we must to prevent Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon. So you see a trend here. We're going from Bush to Clinton to Obama. Let's jump forward again, 2020. President Trump, Iran will never have a nuclear weapon. Not a lot else in here, but he was pretty straightforward on that point. Iran will never have a nuclear weapon, President Trump. Jumping forward again. Now this is from Israel. Mossad is Israel's intelligence won't allow Iran to ever have nuclear weapons, spy agency chief says. We will do whatever it takes to stop Tehran from acquiring a nuclear weapon. This was Israel in 2021. Jumping forward again. U.S. and Israel vow never to let Iran get nuclear weapons. This was 2022. Right? So you see a pattern here. We've been saying this. Our presidents have been saying it since Bush. Unilaterally, across party lines, we will not allow Iran to have nuclear weapons. Right? We've been saying it. Israel's been saying it. Right? Another one. Biden. August 31st, 2022, U.S. will never allow Iran to acquire a nuclear weapon. Said that in Israel. So now what? Israel, February 16th, 2023, Israel will prevent Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons capabilities. So this is pretty consistent. We've been saying this for 14 years. We will not allow Iran to acquire nuclear weapons. 14 years. Well, here we are, February 28th, 2023, 14 years from the first comment. Iran can make fissile material for a bomb in about 12 days. So that's about 6 days from now. It's about Sunday. Jump to the next one. March 1st, U.S. official says Iran could produce nuclear materials for a bomb in about 12 days. Jump to the next one. March 1st, Iran can produce enough material for a nuclear bomb in 12 days. That's from the Pentagon. Jump forward again. U.S. repeats threat against a nuclear Iran as pressure builds. 3-2, March 2nd, so 4 days ago. We will never allow that to happen. We'll never allow Iran to acquire a nuclear weapon. Well, they're 6 days away from acquiring a nuclear weapon, so they know we've been threatening them, right? They've been working on this for decades. We're not just going to stop. They're not just going to stop 6 days before getting a nuclear weapon after working on it for decades, knowing full well all of our threats, right? We've been consistent on the message for 14 years since President Bush. Every president has said we will not allow them to have a nuclear weapon. Israel has said we will not allow them to have a nuclear weapon. Well, now we're 6 days away from them having a nuclear weapon based on our own intelligence. So you got to wonder, what's going to happen. The two trains are heading straight at each other right now. Are they going to stop? Are they going to say, "Yeah, we were just joking. We're not actually going to make a nuclear bomb. You guys changing our mind"? No, I don't think they're going to stop. Right? I think we're seeing something that's going to happen in the next 6 days. As I said, are we going to wait till Sunday? Are we actually going to, as we've said time and time and again, president after president, that we will use military force to prevent Iran from getting nuclear weapons? Is this another war in the Middle East? I don't think we can afford another war in the Middle East. I don't think we can afford another Iraq war. Right, let's look in. What did Iraq war cost us? If you look at casualties of the Iraq war, it's a simple Wikipedia search here. U.S. Armed Forces, so 4,431 total deaths, U.S. soldiers killed in action and non-hostile. It's a lot of lives. It's a lot of U.S. soldiers that died, 31,994 wounded soldiers in the Iraq war, U.S. soldiers. In terms of other casualties, it depends on what source of information you want to look at. You see anything from 1 million extra deaths potentially. There's a couple sources on that. 151,000 deaths of soldiers and civilians, 206,000 deaths. A lot of people died in the Iraq war. U.S. soldiers, Iraq citizens, Iraq soldiers. Some things says up to 1 million people died in that war. We don't need another war in the Middle East. And what else did it cost us for the Iraq war? Looks like about $2.4 trillion, they're saying, roughly. Once again, a lot of money costs to go to war in the Middle East. I don't think we have an extra $2.4 trillion right now. I don't think we have another 5,000 soldiers to send to their deaths. But what is going to happen, right? Can we allow Iran to develop nuclear weapons, right? There's another article that says that Russia has provided significant aid to Iran in terms of military equipment. So would it be like Iraq? Would it be worse than Iraq if Russia is supporting Iran? Does it become another front in the Russian war? Where we're supporting Ukraine and they're defending their homelands from Russia. Is Russia going to support Iran as it defends its homelands from us, from Israel? Are we going to just go in and strike? And what would Iran do back? And there's a interesting article from the Middle East Eye. It says U.S. will get 3 conflicts for the price of 1 if it allows Israel to attack Iran. And we haven't been saying for 14 years that Israel will attack Iran. We've been very clear for 14 years that we will not allow Iran to develop nukes. And we are now saying we're 6 days away from Iran developing nukes. So what will happen? What does this article suggests? If we do strike Iran, we'll instantly see a dramatic shift, rise in the cost of energy, cost of oil. There's a huge percentage of the world's oil flows through Iran, through that part of the world. We're seeing the potential for Iran to strike back against U.S. bases in the area, strike against U.S. allies in the area, potential strikes against Israel. Brutal. I think it's brutal. I think we're coming to an impasse. So we've been saying for a long time we won't allow them to have nukes. We don't want them to have nukes. That would create a very difficult situation, as it says, the potential for another arms race, in a nuclear arms race in the Middle East. We've been saying that since President Bush. The impact, the ripple through the Middle East if Iran gets nuclear weapons would be brutal, would be devastating. Nuclear proliferation, but then again, the cost of another war in the Middle East, I don't think that's something we can afford right now. So I wanted to bring this to you now. This is actually my second attempt on the video. The last one had issues, so this is the second upload. Can't really wait till the weekend. I mean, I think there's a good chance from everything we're seeing, just based on the information being presented, something's going to happen in the next 6 days, right? Either Iran gets nukes, or we blow the crap out of Iran, right? Or Israel does, right? I don't know if we're ready for another war. I don't think we can afford another war. I don't think we're going to have the same level of NATO support, the coalition that we had in the war against Iraq. I don't know. I think it's difficult times, and this is coming at the same time we're seeing everything going on in Ukraine and Russia. We're seeing potential future hostilities against China, and now this. So I wanted to offer this just to get you to kind of prepare your minds. I don't know from a prepper perspective what else you can do right now, what else you can do this week. If you assume there's a possibility we could be at war with Iran between now and Sunday, and I don't think we'd wait until the last day. So appreciate you for watching. Thank you, and let me know your thoughts in the comments.